Hey air signs, welcome to your weekly messages for the last week of August. Holy cow, the 23rd to the 31st. So a little over a week, but you know, 8 days, 7 days. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Hello, welcome. If you are new to the channel, hi, welcome, happy to have you. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe while you're here. If you are returning to the channel, hello, welcome back. Happy to have you here. And all of my information is in the description box below. So you can follow me on social media, check out my website, email me. If you would like to book a personal reading, my Square link is also there. So let's see what messages want to come through this week. And we're all on different timelines. So for some people, this has already happened. For others, this is happening now. And for still others, this will happen in the future. So let's get started. As always, this is a general reading. So please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Gender is always neutral. If this is your storyline, you will know. If I say, love, but it's work, but it still fits, or if it's your best friend or another family member, but the situation is still the same, feel free to swap roles. Otherwise, check out your other placements. So if this is your sun sign, check out your moon, rising, and Venus, and also the general reading. Might give you additional pieces to the puzzle or just resonate more for you. It's totally fine. So all of the decks that I am using are listed in the description box below. I'm going to do a quick little tingsha clearing for the energy. I like to clear between readings, but sometimes I think we also need it. So if you have headphones in, you might want to turn it down. Such a happy little sound. Like Bob Ross, happy little trees. So for the main spread, I am using the Fairy Tarot by Mr. Radleigh Valentine. He says Tarot. He's cute. Then I'll also be clarifying with the Arcanum Tarot. And then I have several Oracle decks from which to choose over here. Whoa, these cards are kind of big. And I don't have small hands, so that's saying something. All right, air signs, let's see what's going on. Eight of Winter in reverse. So appropriately with the fairies, these are just incredibly beautiful cards. There's a lot going on, so I'll hold it upright so you can see it. The illustrations are incredible, but there's a lot going on. So in the Fairy Tarot, appropriately so, oh look, I rhymed. The suits are represented by elements, by the seasons. So for winter, that is swords. So that's the Eight of Swords in reverse. Prince of Summer, I'll lay this out and then I'll get into it a little deeper. Prince of Summer, so this is the Knight of Cups. Beautiful energy there. Two of Winter in reverse, so this is the Two of Swords. The Nine of Winter, so lots of swords energy here. Not surprising for air signs. And then the Six of Winter. So 4 out of the 5 are swords energy. With the Eight of Winter, so I'll show it to you upright, that's the Eight of Swords. And that is all about being in a mental prison, kind of feeling trapped, like you don't know which way to go. But if you take the blindfold off, you'll see that you can move between the swords, or that they're not surrounding you. You can actually just turn around and walk the other way. So with this being in reverse, that's exactly what you're doing. Getting yourself out of some kind of mental prison. So Prince of Summer, this is the Knight of Cups, and Knights are all about action. So you could be dealing with, since it's a court card, could be dealing with a water sign, Aries, no, just kidding, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And you can see that these have words on them, so I'll read them to you later. Since it's a court card, it has some attributes to it. But it's generally speaking, nights are about action, and with cups representing our emotions, that could be an emotional offer, a new love, something that's maybe you guys just started dating, or somebody comes forward and says, I want to turn a friendship into something more, or somebody comes back to you and says, let's try this again. We'll see when we clarify. Two of Winter, I'll show you upright, it was reversed. So Two of Swords, making a decision, a very logical decision, or a logical approach to this decision, I should say. So in reverse, maybe you're feeling a bit stuck, like you don't quite know which way to go. Also, sometimes what is logical isn't always the way that we should go. Sometimes we have to follow our heart too. Nine of Winter, so Nine of Swords. This is the insomnia, anxiety, just unable to sleep, kind of the monkey brain. 100 things going on, and really confused and not quite sure which way to go or what to do. So you can kind of get that feel from this depiction for little fairy friend there. Six of Winter, so Six of Swords. This is about moving on. This came through in the Earth sign reading predominantly as well. So, and maybe fire. For sure, Earth. So if you're dealing with either of those signs, you might want to check it out. So moving forward, and what I love is that, see this fairy? He's in control of where that boat's going. He's the captain of that ship. He's the one that's moving himself to greener pastures. All right, so the Eight of Winter says, you have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. So in reverse, you've gained that confidence, and now you are able to move forward. Prince of Summer, romantic, captivating, dramatic, and flirtatious. So those are attributes of potentially of you or someone else. Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet. The need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. So that could be two. Two of Swords, indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and emotional. So I think that's still pertinent even in reverse. Feeling trapped between what is, like I said, sometimes the logical choice isn't always what's best for us. Sometimes we have to consider our heart as well. So some decision that needs to be made. The Nine of Winter, unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. So if any of that resonates for you. And that still kind of goes with that feeling of that card. Six of Winter, positive changes are on the way, a welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. So yeah, that could be moving on from whatever situation is how you're making that decision to move on in whatever way is right for you. And it could also be just a literal move or traveling. I know we're still in the middle of a pandemic, so that's not necessarily just get up and go, kind of whimsical energy, but more like if you need to travel for some reason, for maybe it's for a job, or maybe it is for a relationship, or maybe you're moving back home. That could be too. It could be a move. It could be that a relationship is ending and you're moving back home, or moving out on your own, moving in with family members. That could be as well if you've lost your job, or if you've chosen to leave a profession. There we go, I'm on the nose for somebody. Somebody's moving home for some reason, or moving out on their own for another reason. Could be taking family with you, could be taking the kids with you, the kids and the dog and all the things, and getting out on your own. And I don't feel like there's any shame there. I feel it's a very empowered choice for you. Like I see somebody walking out of a house with, you know, the 2 suitcases and looking straight into the horizon and not looking back, spine straight, head up, chin up, all the things. So I don't feel like it's, oh, womp womp, I gotta go, or I'm going crawling back to mom and dad, or whatever it is. you're making this decision and your spine is straight and you're walking out confidently, like, I know that this is what's right for me. Take what resonates, apply it to your situation. So let's clarify. One more. Lots of change in the air. That seems to be a theme with the readings. So 8 of Swords in reverse, 8 of Winter. Something may have flipped over. Let's look. My candle started going crazy. Nope, didn't. When I said changes afoot. There it goes again. The witchy things that happen in a day in my life. Just tell you. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Ah. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. Ooh, that's why. Okay, so we've got a novel going on here. Well, maybe not quite. Maybe a novella. But Chariot in reverse. Bear with me. So there's a story here. Chariot in reverse, sign of Cancer. So you could be dealing with a Cancerian, or you could have prominent Cancer in your chart. Here it is, upright. See the duality of the dark horse and the white horse, black horse and white horse. So in reverse, feeling stuck, not moving forward. For Swords, yeah, taking a time out. You're just taking a chill pill. You're meditating, deciding what's best for you. This is very air signs. Not surprised to see that. 7 of Swords, somebody's being a little shifty. You, them, or another person. Something's going down. There's some shadiness happening. Not to cause a panic, but somebody's doing something that's not quite kosher. See how he's kind of looking over his shoulders as he's taking those swords? Somebody's taking what doesn't belong to them, or has in the past, or is just kind of sneaking around a little bit for whatever reason. I mean, it could be shadiness in a relationship, or it could just be working behind the scenes and you don't really want people to see what you're doing because maybe you're not ready to announce it to the world. Take what resonates. Knight of Cups. So here we are again. The Prince of Summer. Here's the Knight of Cups. Same energy, same card, different depiction. So here maybe you can kind of get the feel a little bit more romantic, a romantic gesture. Maybe that's why you're sneaking. I mean, hey, I'm not judging. No judgment here. Not at all. Not happening. You do you. You got to do what you got to do. Whatever's right for you, right? So again, could be a water sign. So Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. The Hanged Man. Some people see this as the sign of Pisces. But just taking a pause, taking a look at it from another angle, kind of like, huh, maybe you're revisiting something or someone from the past. 7, or you're seeing your current situation in a different light because of the sneakiness, or maybe you're kind of preparing behind the scenes to leave your situation here with the 6 of Winter. Again, I'm just throwing things out there for various, again, this is general, so various things going on. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is about taking a step when it's upright, taking a step back, evaluating, seeing what's up. In reverse, it's the feeling of more like, I thought I planted cucumber, but I got watermelon. So seeing what's working and what isn't. And if it isn't working, if that's not what you were trying to manifest, then there you go. Emperor in reverse. Sometimes I see this as Aries. So he's all of the kings combined. And when he's in reverse, he's kind of the shadow attributes. So somebody who's kind of overbearing, controlling, manipulative, not very grounded or stable, a little flighty, that kind of energy. The Devil. So Capricorn energy here. Somebody has some addictions, and that doesn't necessarily have to be just sex, gambling, drugs, alcohol, smoking, whatever it is. It could be emotional as well, like drama or toxic relationships. So if something's making you feel enslaved or entrapped, you're getting yourself out of that, which is wonderful. The Magician in reverse. Some people see this as the sign of Aries. Aries shows up in a few different ways. Cancer and Pisces show up in a few different ways. So there's some fluidity, but take what resonates. So in reverse, what did I say about this isn't what you manifested? This isn't what you planted. This isn't what you were trying to accomplish. Exactly. Eight of Swords in reverse, double Eight of Swords in reverse. You're getting yourself out of this. You're taking a look from another perspective. You're like, time out, push the pause button. Let's see this from another perspective. Maybe there's a reason. Kind of like the Seven of Swords. I normally haven't seen it as light as I explained it a few seconds ago. I usually see it as somebody sneaking around, taking what isn't theirs. So it's interesting that it came across that way to me this time. Nine of Swords again. Definitely making you stress out. Even if on the outside you're not letting anybody see you sweat, you're definitely feeling it. Maybe even subconsciously. Maybe you're having crazy dreams or nightmares, or just trouble sleeping in general, because you might not even be consciously aware that something's going on. King of Cups in reverse. So again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water signs. This one, so the Knight was upright, but now the King is in reverse. So when the King is in reverse, kind of not really in control of his emotions, maybe lashing out. Maybe because this is subconscious to you, you're lashing out. And maybe you don't even understand why you're being so bitey. And the people around you are certainly not so sure why you're so bitey. But it could be because you've been having all these feelings. Maybe because you're sneaking around, or you suspect somebody else is sneaking around. Maybe it's because you're ready to make a move. There goes my nose. You're ready to make a move. And you're just kind of like, maybe you're not ready to tell the world yet. Seven of Swords energy, like I channeled, but I've never channeled like that before. So very interesting to me. You're just not ready to broadcast it just yet. Maybe you're not ready to tell the other person in the situation that this is what's going on, that you're ready to move forward. That's okay. Everything happens in divine timing. That's been a message, an underlying message for everybody too. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So you're not so focused on work. Maybe this is interfering with work. Maybe you're just not working right now because you're furloughed or something with the pandemic. So, or maybe you're just not doing the spiritual work that you could be doing or should be doing to help yourself get out of the situation. And maybe that's why there's the Nine of Swords. Well, have no fear because we've got the Tower. Yay! Okay, I know. People are always like, oh my God, everything's on fire. There's a tornado. Ah. It's fine. It's fine. I love the Tower. And I know. If you've been with me for any amount of time, you know that I love the Tower. Here's why, for those of you who don't know. I love the Tower because it means that that which is no longer serving us is getting cleared out of the way. So here we go. The Tower comes along, it's chaos, and it's not pretty when it's happening. I totally honor that. I know. I've been through many Tower moments myself. But when the Tower comes along and it just knocks everything down that isn't stable, what we're left with are the bricks that are stable, the ones that are still intact, the ones that are still there in the foundation. Those are the bricks that you want to use because they have been fortified. They are stronger for what they have been through. So it's a lovely metaphor for you. You're stronger for having been through that storm. Think back upon all the times in your life that something major has happened, that you thought, oh my God, the world is ending. And then you've been resilient. It has built your character. You're stronger for what you have been through. And when something comes along again, not that it's not still chaotic, but you're a bit more prepared each time that this happens, that the universe comes along and is like, whoosh, knocks it down. I just had an image of like a child playing with blocks and somebody comes along and just knocks it over, or they choose to knock it over themselves. Not every single brick falls, right? There's still some of the original structure left. And they pick it up and they build something different. That's what this is. This is a chance to take the bricks that work for you, build them up, and create something completely new. So that is why I love the tower. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Prince of Summer. So the Knight of Cups. So there is something coming that once you release that which is no longer serving you, whatever this means for you, there is an offer coming in that is going to make you extremely happy, whether it's romantic or situational, a job that makes your heart happy, where before it was a means to an end that gave you a paycheck. Now you're happy. Maybe it's because there's a work-life balance, or you're working with even better people, or it's an industry that you love, whatever it is for you. So the 10 of Pentacles came out, and here's the interesting thing. It was facing to the right. That doesn't happen a lot. Usually it's facing to the left when it comes out sideways, but it came out sideways. So to me, to the right, most of us see to the left is the past and to the right is to the future. So this is bringing in this is the happy home in the stability, the house, the dog, the cat, the little white picket fence, the 2 kids, the car, you know, everything. Very stable energy, very happy home in stability, income, all the things. Oh, interesting. Okay. So here's what else came out for it. And they're all in reverse. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So maybe this isn't what you were thinking would happen. Again, this isn't what you were manifesting, but you know what? It's even better. You were told this is totally unexpected. 10 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, those swords are falling away from her. Now see how they're not actually puncturing her skin? Typically, this is a dude laid flat on his back, but see, she's face up. And they're right on the surface, but none of them are actually puncturing her. So I like that. These swords are falling away after just some mental exhaustion. So it's like totally unexpected. You had no idea that this was coming. This tower moment is probably this 10 of Swords. I'm just done with this. After all of that mental anxiety, now you get this out of the blue wonderful offer that makes you so happy. Nice. 7 of Cups in reverse. So maybe you felt like you didn't have any options, or maybe you asked the universe to clear it away. Like, look, I don't want to mess this up. Just don't give me any options. Don't give me an opportunity to screw this up. Just hand it over. Make the choice for me. Well, what are they doing with the tower? That's exactly what they're doing. 7 of Cups. Ace of Wands in reverse. So not feeling totally inspired to take action. You're just kind of laying back and letting it happen. The 10 of Swords, laying back, letting it happen. And the 5 of Swords in reverse. That's not a bad thing. So see how there's somebody in the back kind of walking away. He's victorious, but at what cost? So in reverse, it's the end of fighting, the end of deceit, the end of the mental anguish. So maybe there were some words that were being exchanged between you and somebody else. Tower comes along, blows it apart, and somebody else comes in with a magnificent offer. Again, it could be romantic, it could be a job offer, it could be, I know that really sucked for you. You can stay with me for a while, so you don't have to move back home, or you don't have to move out on your own, or maybe you didn't have the means to do that, and somebody, like a great friend, comes along and is like, hey, why don't you come stay with me for a while until you get up on your feet, until that 10 of Pentacles comes. You know, if you need a few months, you need a few months. Nice, nice. And air signs, you are never ones to lack for friendships, so that's beautiful. 2 of Winter in reverse, which is the 2 of Swords in reverse. Some kind of decision that needs to be made, but Again, you're just kind of like, no, no, I don't want to have to make the choice. Just make it for me. Also remembering to take into account that we have to include our heart space as well. Knight of Wands in reverse. So fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sag, a fire sign. Could be leaving them. They could be leaving you. The situation in general. So doesn't have to be. The Knight of Wands in reverse, that energy. So this is the second fastest moving knight in the deck, right behind it, Knight of Swords. So it's very fiery, very passionate, kind of flighty. So this could be somebody who's kind of like been in and out, or kind of Jekyll and Hyde. So not moving forward, not taking that inspired action, just kind of pausing while you decide if you're going to make this choice or not. Page of Wands. So here we go. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. Definitely could be somebody who's younger than you, or at least mentally less mature. I don't want to say immature, but less mature. Maybe a little impulsive, kind of inexperienced. Maybe they don't quite know what to do with that wand. Okay, so they're looking. I don't know what that is, what kind of lizard that is. Maybe look that up. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It doesn't look like a chameleon to me. It's a lizard. Sometimes things just jump out and we just go with it. So there you go. They just stopped me from whatever I was going to say. I totally lost track. So could be just a younger fire sign. Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you're not super happy about what's going down. You don't have to be happy about it. You don't have to be like, yay, this is everything I wished for. Yay, wishes come true. It's more like, no, that's not what I was trying to manifest. This isn't really how I thought things would go down, but it just kind of happened that way. So, okay, 10 of Wands in reverse. So 10 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Wands in reverse. That's great. You're putting down the burden. You're like, you know what? This might not be what I asked for, but it's what I got, and I'm just kind of making the best of it. Putting down the burden. I'm not going to let it keep me up at night. It's just going to be what it is. It is what it is. 4 of Cups in reverse. Yep, exactly. Moving forward. So this is stagnant energy, crying over spilled milk, lamentation, melancholy. So in reverse, getting out of that energy. Moving forward. You're moving on. Page of Cups in reverse. So water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So there you go, upright. So in reverse, so if it's not a younger water sign, so we got younger fire sign, younger water sign. In the Knights, I do see as kind of your peers. So that could be too with fire signs. Where was I going with that before? Oh, otherwise the energy is maybe that romantic offer or the offer that makes you happy is more important because that's a knight. We go pages to knights to kings and queens. So what are they showing me? Oh, okay. Been doing a lot of readings. I'm a little heady. Sorry about that. Like, I cannot translate into physical human words what they're trying to show me. That's happened in a few readings, so I'm not totally sure. My apologies, guys. I did take last week off. Thank you to everybody who who supported me. I'm fine. I just needed to recharge my batteries. I work in higher education in my muggle job, as I say. So August is absolutely insane, even in a pandemic. So it's crazy. So I'm a little heady. Sorry about that. So with this Page of Cups here, you're moving on. You're not letting this bother you anymore. Maybe there is a younger water sign who has something to do with whatever's going on. So just know that. And then here you are. Hey, air signs, Queen of Swords. Beautiful energy. Yeah, you're taking control. You're like, you know what? I'm cutting out, I'm taking my sword and cutting out that which does not serve me. I'm working with this Tower energy. And if it doesn't make me happy, that's where we were going. Page of Cups, if it doesn't make you happy, leave it alone. Let it go. You do not have to give your cup over to anybody who is not deserving. Okay, we got there. We got there, guys. That's what they were trying to tell me, and I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, I'll tell you. 9 of Winter, bear with me, we'll get through it. 9 of Winter, okay. Ooh, yep, 3 of Cups in reverse, so yeah, definitely could be third party. Sorry if it is. But also celebration, so no cause for celebration here. With the 9 of Swords energy, you can see why. 2 of Pentacles, interesting. So we have the 2 of Swords in reverse, but we have the 2 of Pentacles upright. So this decision, you might not be making with so much your head with the logical, but more of balance. What is going to make sense for me in order to balance my life? So if it's work-life balance, if it's juggling 2 options, maybe it's 2 different people or 2 different jobs or somehow 2 different offers. What's best for me? What's best for my kids? You know, here, fun fact, I'm going to solve this puzzle, the puzzle for you. What's best for you is what's best for your kids. Because if you're not happy, nobody's happy. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you could be with that person. This could be a boss because it's Pentacles. It could be female, doesn't have to be. She is nurturing in the way, so then I'll explain the Queen of Swords energy as well. I got caught up that it was you guys, but not that it isn't. Queen of Pentacles energy is, she is nurturing in the way that you have a hot meal on the table, clean sheets, clean clothes, a clean home, beautifully decorated, maybe a little obsessed with appearances. She takes care of it. She takes care of herself. She takes care of her surroundings. Things are more beautiful when she's around, physically more beautiful. The Queen of Swords, and also with her, with the Queen of Pentacles, I see as, even if you are leaving a home, you can make any place beautiful. Queen of Swords is nurturing in, she wants what's best for you. She pushes you to be the best version of you that you can. She's very intellectual, gives great advice, sound advice. She weighs all of the options. She's very fair and judicious. So even if you don't necessarily like what she decided, like was 2 siblings who were fighting, even if she says the one sibling was right and the other one wasn't, you might not like what she said, but you're going to respect it because she is always fair. She doesn't play favorites. So there you go. She's also great for homework help. She does the research. She helps you figure it out. All right. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is about teamwork and taking a step back to look at the bigger picture rather than being so focused on the details. So in reverse, again, with it being a 3, it could be a third party energy, but it could also be that you're not seeing the big picture. Maybe you're not asking other people to help you. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Anytime we ask people for their help or their advice, we always have to take it with a grain of salt because people can only give advice through their own filter of experience. So if they haven't experienced something, if you're getting divorce advice from somebody who's never been divorced, it's not necessarily going to work out because they haven't been there. They can empathize all day long, but they've never actually done it. So you always have to take it with a grain of salt. And then we have the 7 of Wands. So feeling a little defensive. See all those wands coming at him? He's feeling a bit defensive. Drawing the boundaries, drawing some harsh boundaries, kind of like, whoa, you need to back up. You're not in my shoes. Maybe that's another reason why you're up at night. Maybe you're hearing other people's words in your head of, this isn't right for you. This isn't right for your kids. This isn't the right thing to do. Here we go. So, yep, on the nose for somebody. Again, only you know what's best for you. And what's best for everybody else is their own problem. So whatever's right for you is going to be the best thing to do. So you might have other people's words in your head, or you might have dreams of conflict, of people coming in and talking at you. Don't let them get so far up in your head that it does keep you up at night. You have to do what's right for you. So silence those other voices, connect with your soul, and you will know exactly what it is that you need to do, because our souls never steer us wrong. Our souls know why we're here. Other people don't have to understand what we're doing. If they love us, they have to support us. I guess they don't have to, but they should support us. And if they're not, then they don't actually love us, and they need to go in timeout until they can come to terms with things. I had to do that. I had to put my lovely mother in timeout and have some come to Jesus meetings with her when my ex-husband and I divorced 11 and a half years ago now. So it's kind of like, you know what? If you really love me, and you should because you're my mother, you're going to support me. You're going to come around. And she did. And she's wonderfully loving and supportive now. So it does happen. But sometimes we have to put them in timeout. Draw those boundaries and say, no, not how you're going to treat me. All right, 6 of Winter. So 6 of Swords. So moving on, whether it's emotionally, mentally, physically moving, traveling, changing jobs, whatever it is for you. Ace of Swords in reverse. So you might not be feeling like there was any kind of epiphany that happened or divinely guided. Maybe you're not listening to your divine guidance. There it is. 8 of Cups in reverse. So this is about moving on. So maybe you're having a hard time doing that because you haven't received this divine guidance and inspiration. Maybe you're clutching on too much to material stuff, to your money, like my precious. You're being a little greedy. Just gonna back up. Ooh, the moon. Hey, Pisces and Cancer. So with the moon, things are coming to light. That which was hidden is now coming to light. So 3 of Swords in reverse. You're not heartbroken about it anymore. Even if it was a cheating scenario. Or, you know, something, you lost your job. It's not going to make you very happy. Even so, now you can move on. Now you can move forward. Oh, yeah. Hello, Knight of Pentacles. See how beautifully dressed she is? She's taking care of herself. She's just fine. She is Miss Independent. She is a single lady, and she is just fine with that because she is empowering herself. She is embodying that energy. She is going to be just fine. She is a boss babe. 6 of Cups in reverse. So you're kind of looking back on some situations. Maybe you were afraid to move on from whatever's going on because of something that happened in childhood. So maybe you're a product of divorce, divorced parents, or and you were afraid to do that. Maybe you're afraid that your kids won't be happy because there are children here. Maybe you're afraid that your children won't be happy if this happens. Like I said, if you do what's right for you, your kids are, whether they're small children or grown adults, they're gonna be happy because you are happy. They're gonna see you be happier and they're gonna be okay. 2 more. Oh, nice. Okay, so Justice in reverse. Hello, Libra. Justice has come out in reverse for pretty much everybody. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Definitely divorce. Maybe you feel like you're gonna lose something by moving on. Maybe if you're walking away from the house, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my house for this. Whatever you're feeling, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Because look, she's so pretty. I know you guys aren't fire signs, but could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But the general energy of the Queen of Wands is boss babe energy. Look at her. She is in control. Look at all that red. Fiery, passionate. She knows what's up. She's got this. She is spine straight, shoulders back, chin up. She's got her wand. She's like, I know. I know what I know. Beautiful. Hermit, sign of Virgo. Going within, connecting with your higher self, knowing what is right for you and doing it. Coming out and shining your light. It might feel like a little bit of a dark night of the soul, but you're going to come out on top. The Fool in reverse. So in this instance, I'm seeing it with these other cards here as not necessarily that you're not starting something new, but more that you're not being stupid about it. You're not being foolish. You know what you're doing. You're not taking a leap of faith. You're taking calculated action. You know what you're doing. You've got everything you need with you, including your little doggy. So for some of you actually have a dog, or maybe you get to keep the dog, but you've got everything you need and you are good to go. Nice. All right. I'm pulling from the Alice in Wonderland deck by Lucy Cavendish. All of the decks I'm using are listed below. Just FYI. There's only one deck that is out of print that I'm aware of. And that's the Butterfly Oracle that I'll pull from next. Because that is the Butterfly Oracle for Life Changes. I shall withhold comment, but the author renounced any of her spiritual stuff, so it's no longer in print, but the cards are beautiful, so it's a damn shame. I hope somebody is able to redo them someday. Who knows? Maybe it'll be me. I love butterflies. Never jam today, number 35. 3 and 5 is 8. 8 is the infinity sign, divine. Promises that never come to be, empty words, not living in the now. Ooh, interesting. So I'll let you kind of take that in. Look at all those sweets. To me, it's like life is sweet. So maybe all of this is happening because somebody promised you the sun, the moon, and the stars, and they couldn't deliver. Or maybe it was you that thought, this is everything I've ever dreamed of and more, and it's just not. So stay present. Stay present. Uncertainty. Choose who you will become. Oh, I like that number 39. 3 and 9 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. Beautiful, beautiful energy. I really like that. You get to decide. You get to decide who you're going to be. So this is a time to reinvent yourself. Whoa, yay! That's what I'm naming the reading. Time to reinvent yourself. If I don't write it down, I'll forget. Even though we're at the end of the reading, I'll forget. Like, what was I going to do again? Told you I've been heady lately. You get to reinvent yourself. You get to decide who you're going to be as a result of these changes that are happening. And there is nothing more empowering than that. Especially if you're, I don't know why, but I'm seeing somebody who's at like a milestone birthday. So like 40 or 50 or even 60. Somebody who's at some sort of a 35. You're at a milestone. And now is the time where you get to clear the energy and become who you've always wanted to be. It's never too late. It's certainly never too early. Memories. It's beautiful. Love that card. The memories of who you were, of things that have happened. We carry all of this with us throughout our lifetime. And we're able to continue carrying all of these lessons and all of these memories with us. And the point is to take the good and let go of the rest. Though things might not have been wonderful, you could have been in an abusive relationship, and those memories are tragic and toxic and horrible. The memories that you can take with you is to never let that happen again. So they do serve us in some way. Parental care. So this could be for you. Like I said, your kids aren't going to be happy if you're not happy. Or it could be time for you to take care of some, maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe you're moving in with aging parents. And, God, I'm so sorry if this is true for you. If they're in need of some memory care, like if they're in a memory care unit, or if, and you're moving closer to be with them, or if, and by memory care, it's Alzheimer's and dementia. So I'm so sorry if that is the case for you, or if you're moving in to take care of them because they are having issues. My grandmother battled Alzheimer's for the better part of 12 years, and that's just the official diagnosis. We know it happened years before too. And it's ugly. And my solar plexus. It's ugly. It sucks. I am so sorry if that's you. But if it needs to happen, or if you're coming to the end, if they're at end of life and it's time for you to and it's time for you to care for them as the end of life approaches and they transition over back into the spirit world, then you can reinvent yourself. It's like, okay, I did that, and now a new chapter is opening up. Presence. So this is from the Grace deck. Bring your mind into present moment time. Now is the only place to be. So again, being present, living in the now, knowing that we only have this moment. There are memories that we have from the past, and we can Nine of Swords ourselves to death over what could be in the future. Be present. Be present now. Live in the now. Try to stay mindful. I know that's easier said than done. We all have our moments where it's easier said than done. But if you can remain in the present moment, focusing on your breath. Like, okay, right now, all I can do is breathe. Right now, especially if you're feeling out of control because of whatever's going on for you, you can control how you react. We always have that choice. We can decide how we react to our situation. This is going really long. Sorry, guys, but there were some major messages that needed to come out for you. Thanks for hanging in there with me. There's a lot of storylines going on, but common denominators. Achievement. Chase your dreams. You may be surprised by where they lead you. That's lovely. Reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself. What's this? Dance. Step into the light. Share your gifts and talents with the world. Now is the time to take care of you. You get to choose. You get to decide. So, I hope that there was some nugget of wisdom in here for you and that this resonated for you in some way. As always, thank you for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And as always, if you need a personal reading, please feel free to contact me. Have a fabulous week, guys. Take care.